You know, the concept store were actually started, was made by an Italian kind of a philosopher, and in 1991 when I opened Costco. 1990 I opened the gallery, in 91 I opened the store. And I remember he said that this should be called concept stores. It was Francesco Morace. What is a concept store? In principle, it's a mix of everything. It's a new approach to shopping, which is not only shopping, but it's more an experience. Of course, when we opened 20 years ago now, you know, people were not used to see a book next to a candle, next to a comme des garçons, next to a jewel, next to a sculpture. Now it seems strange to say that, but at the time it was strange to have that. And people used to come in and say, can we come in? What is this place? You know, they couldn't understand, because fashion was fashion, design was design, jewels were jewels. So the mix, the concept store is the mix of all the beautiful elements of life. It just happened. It didn't start everything at the same time. First I opened the gallery. First I started with making books. Then I opened the gallery, and then I was missing fashion. So I was thinking how to mix everything. So, you know, as I had my experience as an editor in magazines, I thought, you know, maybe I could communicate and share with other people the same passions without realizing it was much more risky, you know, financially, but I just did it. So. And slowly it grew, and then the cafe came later, and 3 rooms later. And now the terrace, my last passion, gardening. It didn't change because I kept my point of view. You know, I don't think you can please everybody. So you need a point of view when you have a place like this. So it has to be my point of view. So it's the same point of view I had when I was doing magazines. So in that sense, no difference. Small practical things like, you know, sizes or quantities. But apart from that, the choice doesn't make any difference. I choose what I feel is good. You know, it doesn't make much difference. The same process, because at the base of everything there is curiosity. You have to be curious. If you're curious, you go everywhere and you can find things. I think people look for integrity, and they recognize much more than before when something is strong and it's real. And I think they're much more interested in owning something that not everybody has, because, you know, everything is all over the world, it's global. I do all the buying. Yeah, well, I have assistants, but I do all the buying. Books, jewels, perfumes, cosmetics, children. Well, I think everything that is part of life. You know, I think when a woman or a man like a certain shirt, they might like a book or a jewel or a painting. I think it's nice not to have any boundaries and just be open to everything. Well, the gallery, I started a photography gallery in 1990. But for me it was natural, because I was coming from journalism and fashion. So image was important. But photography in Italy at the time was not considered art at all. So that was a daring project, actually, to open a photography gallery. You know, Staley Wise, Hamilton, Howard Greenberg, you know, everybody. Photography was very important. I used to buy photography for myself. But here, the people were looking with suspicion. Oh, these prints cost so much. You know, what is a platinum? What is an open edition? What is a vintage? So I think it was very good experience for me. So for the people who were coming, we grew together, like, to understand more the Italian market of photography. I started with important exhibitions, so people would be confident in the gallery, and slowly I started to have new photographers. So people knew this was a serious project. So when I see somebody like that, I feel immediately attracted. You say, you know, because Maria Catranzo, she made those prints. That was her point of view, but could have been a disaster, no? She made a decision, and I think this is so much to respect. And that's why she was successful, because she had a point of view. And people do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, looking at magazines. references to other people, it's always wrong. Because this way you never find your way. I mean, all the big designers started because they had something to say.